to Mount Kilimanjaro from Jeffreytown and cities in between. In this book, readers embark on an inspiring odyssey alongside Dr. Carol Archer, a remarkable woman whose life's trajectory defies expectations and transcends boundaries. Born in Jamaica, Carol's extraordinary story takes us from her most modest upbringing to her adventures across the globe, culminating in a transformative climb to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. Yes, you heard me right. Dr. Archer, welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you for having me.
I have the book in my hands and I have notes because I just want to say, you know, what an incredible journey. You're a beautiful writer, by the way. Like, I was so enthralled every page that I went through, and I was just like, whoa. What inspired this? First of all, I want to say what inspired this story and how it led you to Kilimanjaro.
Okay. So, I'm from Jeffreytown, small village in Western St. Mary. And first 5 years, which was, you know, the most formative years of a child's life, we were there. And I remember my grandmother telling me, not no name can. And I'm like, what you mean? No, mama, not no name can. So that etched in my brain. Then also the importance of education. Yes, you must read your book, you must go to school. That's how you move to the next level. So those two things, migrated to Kingston, loved school, went to primary school, Roundton Town Primary, Wilmer's High School for girls. Yes. And then migrated. So the importance of education was so much at the forefront. As for me, education, and in particular, geography. Oh, I was in love with my first geography class at Wilmer's. The teacher, the subject. And very early, I decided I wanted to pursue a career in geography. So, migrated, went to university, first day of university, went to the geography department to declare my major. I mean, I was interested in geography because at Wilmer's, when we were teaching geography, I was transported. The teachers at Wilmer's, they're excellent. They were excellent. Some of them are still there today. And so they made learning fun. Now, my daughter, who also went to Wilmer's, I realized she wasn't as inspired about learning as I was. I'm like, what happened? Well, she said the books are not really written the way that she wanted. So that, you know, having gone through with a career in geography, I wanted my daughter to be interested in geography. She didn't. I'm happy she didn't. She has done something else. And say, well, you know, I want young people to be excited about meeting people, about traveling the world, about experiencing places and people. So that's what inspired. Not no name care, the importance of education and experiencing the world.
You also mentioned something else. There's a line in here where you say, I remember closing my eyes and sailing on the River Nile. As I sat behind my desk in high school one day, I could see myself climbing the Great Wall of China. You have this ability to transport yourself, as you said, but doesn't that become some kind of a manifestation for you, a vision board of some kind?
Yes.
Because you'd set foot in your mind before you ever went. How important was that for your life?
So, to the listening audience, whatever you think, you will be. Yes, so it is very, 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 very important that you tell yourself the things that are positive. So because I love travel, because I love the geography, I would literally think, you know, I want to be here. I am going there. And every time I do so, I end up in the place. Don't ask me the science behind it, but that's what happened.
Including the New York Marathon.
Including the New York Marathon.
We can't say it.
So when I ran the marathon, I ended up in the furthest point of New York City, which is the Bronx, the only section of New York City that's connected to mainland USA. And I got to the Bronx and I stopped and I said, I ran to the Bronx.
Yes, but you said that was what made you realize you had what it took to climb Kilimanjaro.
Yes. So again, from geography at Woolmer's, learning about the, physical features and the mountains, Mount Kilimanjaro. Made my trip to Africa, first trip to West Africa, Ghana, and everybody thought that I was Ghanaian, including the Ghanaians who told me that I was Ghanaian.
I remember that story you told in the book about how the young lady said to me, so Jamaican people look like me.
Yes, yes, she said, yeah, just like me.
Yes.
So, being in Africa, a place that Marcus Garvey did not had a chance to visit. And as a Pan-Africanist, it was important for me to go. Not just to go as a tourist, but to go to Africa and experience, which I did. So traveling through West Africa, just feel like home, very much a part of Jamaica, in particular Ghana. Then, years later, I do consultancy work with the UN. They called me, invited me to Kenya to be part of a team looking at local governments throughout the world. And I recall seeing on the plane, here is Kilimanjaro. And I'm looking through as we were flying past, and I said, I'm going to be on top of the Kilimanjaro.
That's how you decided that.
So that's how I decided. And
I love that.
Booked so on my birthday, 2 years ago, organized a colleague of mine, Marguerite Orain. She had also climbed Kilimanjaro, so she gave me the information.
There are pictures in the book. Oh, you're seeing the pictures on screen. Oh, there you are celebrating
also my birthday. Yes, so they had a surprise party for me on the mountain.
Oh, my word.
And I'm there with the mountain in the background. Then after that, the evening, we had to summit. It was the most painful experience.
Because for people who are watching, it took 8 days, is that correct, to climb to the top?
Yes.
You know, Mrs. I have 8 days for doing nothing like this.
You walk an average of about 5 hours per day.
Wow.
Yes.
I want to say this though, because I know that we have to go. I want to just find out quickly where we can find the book. Yes. But I want to just say something that was so profound to me was when you mentioned when you were wanting to give up and you literally looked at another woman's steps who was carrying a much heavier load than you, and how she inspired you to keep going.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that.
That was what, and so at the end, I was so inspired by her. At the end, I literally took off my boots and handed them to her because I would not have been able to climb because of that woman. I looked at her, the steps she took. I mimicked those steps. I didn't know her, but I had to tell her thanks. I gave her my shoes.
I love that. Beautiful. So, where can we get the book?
So the book, it's on Amazon. I'm launching it at the university, UTech, where I am.
Awesome.
This Saturday.
Awesome.
So I will have some on sale as well.
Well, I am so glad that you wrote this book, and thank you so much for sharing this wonderful, your story. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And as your grandmother did say, not no name care. I love that. Thank you, Dr. Carol Archer, author and urban planner on the, an urban planner, comma. On the other side of the break, it's Poison Prevention Month.